just to open people up. I went to homecoming the other day.
What's his name finally left? Harvey?
Last year. This is his first year.
What?
Harvey's finally retired, dog.
Man, Harvey been at it forever.
He could be running that school from the grave, ain't he?
Man, Harvey got money.
Man, that dude is, that's long money right there, my brother. Come on in, round up, homies. We get ready here. 20 people on here already. Hey, guys, happy holidays. Happy Friendsgiving Day. Happy Thanksgiving Day. Happy Tofurkey Day. What else we got? Am I missing? Indigenous peoples. That's mine.
Wait, let me say that.
Gotta cut this phone off. Don't you miss the days where you don't have to have a phone?
Yeah, man. It ain't that no more.
I miss the days. I used to have a beeper.
Man, I did too. I used to have a pager, and then people, they page you with the codes and stuff. Don't page me 911 if you ain't got no real emergency. You paging me 911 because you need me to bring you some sugar. I done already been to the store.
People have no idea. If you're not over 30, what is it? About 38.
I had the music playing in the background when you paged me. You reach Henry's people.
Yeah. Round up, homies. If you are our age, I consider myself a dinosaur, especially when it comes to social media, man. How to start and grow your Instagram following for business. Let's do that. How's that sound?
Sounds perfect.
And should we do business and real estate?
Mm-hmm. I mean, if they're real estate, let's talk about real estate. But I mean, this applies to everything. If you ain't here, you missing it.
People are real estate people. So y'all know Henry's doing this. He don't even teach this, or he just does it. I asked him to do. I like it when guys do things and then they start teaching, as opposed to saying, I'm the coach, I'm the teacher, and then it just.
You know what's funny is I'm actually going to address that in this workshop.
I love it. Greetings, Roundup homies. What's going down? It's your boy Chris Haskins. I'm going to be your co-pilot for today. Am I the pilot or the co-pilot, Henry?
You the pilot. This you. All this you.
All right.
All this you.
I'm not used. I'm married.
All this you right here.
I'm not used to it, brother, having a wife. I'm the pilot. My man Henry Washington is the co-pilot today. We're talking about mastering Instagram. If you're a dinosaur like me, if you're joining us tonight and you are probably sick and tired of seeing all these cool things on IG and your post is halfway doing it okay, Henry is going to share with us how we can blow up the channel. And further, we know we got some Black Friday goodies for you tonight. Henry Washington, you were in Arkansas today.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
That is the home base. Man, I'm happy to be here. You kidding me? Thank you so much, man.
This is so good. Oh, look at this. Look at you, daggone youngin'. I'm 19. I use Instagram and day in and day out. Okay.
All right.
Jacqueline.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be able to teach me some stuff. I'm a dinosaur too, but I just I put it out there and learn as I go.
Learn as you go. That's cool. Jimmy, we got my other. What up, fellow dinosaur, Jimmy? Henry, give us a little background about you. Thank God you are a real estate guy. Oh, God, thank you. And you do social.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So I'll give you the abbreviated version, man, but it all kind of goes together. So I started investing in real estate a little over 5 years ago. Bought my first property in late 2017.
Wow.
And the reason that I did that was because 90 days before I bought that first property, I knew nothing about real estate and I had a panic attack. I had a panic attack because I had done everything in life that society told me to do, and I still couldn't provide for my new wife at the time. I got good grades in high school so that I could get into a good college. I went to HU just like you know what I'm saying? Got into a good college. got my degree, got a technical degree so that I can go and start making money. I got a good job, started doing software development, data analytics, and
So you were computer. Your major is
yeah,
computer science.
computer information systems.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I was making six figures, but I didn't have any financial education. So I and a couple all that with the fact that I grew up like I'm not one of these people who's going to sit up here and tell you I came from nothing. I got it out the mud. My parents were HU alums themselves. That's how I learned about Hampton.
Wow.
They met at Hampton, and so they worked
Holy
hard to give
cow.
me we had an upper middle class lifestyle. So what that did for me is when I got out of school, I wanted the same luxuries that I had growing up, but without having to work for them like my parents did, right? I just felt like I should be able to pay for those things. And so I started spending way more than I made, right? And so I was always finding myself in a financial tough spot. And like to the point where I would get paid, and then 2 weeks go by, you're supposed to get paid again. About a week and a half into that pay period, I'm trying to figure out how many ramen noodles I got to eat before I get paid because I don't have no money, right? I'm trying to make it through till I get paid because I spent my whole paycheck.
Making
And
100,000.
yeah, man. 110,000. And so what happened was I was cool living like that because it was just me. And then I got married. I got married pretty quick. I met my wife, married her 365 days later to the day.
Wow.
And so what I quickly learned after I got married was that she did not want to eat ramen noodles halfway through a pay period. So I had to make some changes. And then I got smacked in the face a few times, man. I got smacked in the face when we tried to buy a house together, right? Still trying to do the things that society tells you to do. We buy a house together, we apply for the loan. I remember the bank called me, the lender called me, and they said, "Hey, Henry, if you want your wife to be a first-time homeowner, you can't be on the loan. You're going to ruin this for her."
What?
Your credit was in a terrible place. Like I just wasn't bringing enough to the table from a bankable standpoint that they were like, "Look, if you want her to do this, you can't be on it." And so I backed out. She was on it. We bought the house. Well, she bought the house and let me live in it. And then I tried to, and then I got smacked in the face again as we were having the conversation one night. We're having a conversation that all young married couples have, right? What's our dream home look like? How many kids are we going to have? Where are we going to go on cool vacations, right? We're dreaming together as a young couple. And it's supposed to be a fun conversation. You're dreaming together. And I just remember thinking the whole time, like I'm smiling and trying to be happy, but I'm freaking out.
That ain't me. I can talk about this, but I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do this.
I don't dream
I've
house.
been there too.
Dream house. I'm not on this one. How like dream house? Like I was freaking out, bro.
I love it.
So much so that I had a panic attack. I woke up at 3 a.m. that morning, just freaking out, sweating, just shaking. I was like, heart was pounding because I was like, she's gonna figure me out. She's gonna figure out that I'm a fraud, right? Like yeah, right. Like she married me. She thought one thing. She started doing the math. The math ain't mathing, and she gonna go someplace where she can get the life she deserves, right?
Wow.
And so I did what any normal person would do at 3 a.m. when you're panicking about money. Is I started to Google how can I make some extra money, and that's when I learned about real estate. That's when I started paying attention to real estate. Right? I learned a few things. I learned normal people own real estate. I didn't know that. I learned that it wasn't just billionaires and major corporations that owned it. Like regular people was doing this. I actually watched this TED talk. This kid was 20 years old, financially free, and he got there because he had about 20 something houses. And it was basically like he reframed financial freedom to me. He said, you don't have to have $200 million in the bank to be financially free. You just got to make enough passive income to cover your life's expenses. And I'd never thought of it from that perspective. And so I was like, well, if this kid figured it out, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure out how to be a real estate investor. And I made some tough choices at 3 a.m. I said, I'm gonna figure out how to be a successful real estate investor. I had a 550 credit score and $1,000 in my savings account, and that was it.
You were married at this time.
Married.
Man, you got lucky with that.
Married, right? That I got her to say yes.
Yeah.
Right.
When you look back, you're like, would I marry me?
Right. But all that to say, I won't go into the details of how I went from there and got my first property. But let's just say I basically leveraged some debt. I leveraged my wife's 401k for the down payment for my very first property. I didn't know I could do
Teamwork.
that. Right. I didn't know I could do that. I learned that along the way because I just started educating myself, going super hard. And I mean, it was such a transition to when I bought that first property because I bought it. It had like, I bought it for 115,000. It was worth
Where is this in
107.
Arkansas?
Arkansas. Bought it for 150,000, 15,000. It was worth 160,000.
Okay, you bought right.
And then the second after I bought it, the bank called me and said, "Hey, we'd like to give you a line of credit on that equity that's in there so you can keep bringing us more deals like this." And I was like, I didn't even know what that was. And so I went from panic attack about money to owning a cash flowing asset. And the bank said, here's another 20, 30 grand for you to go use as down payments to go get another deal like this because we want to keep financing these deals. And I knew I had found the thing. Like I knew I had found the thing that would change my financial future forever. Like I went back to the drawing board. We redid all of our goals because this was way more powerful than we thought. We were going to
do now.
Right. Our original goal was one house a year for 5 years. We changed our goals. We did 5 deals on our first month because it was so powerful.
Cow.
But once I bought that property, what happened was I became overwhelmed with the feeling, and that feeling wasn't joy. Don't get me wrong, I was happy, but the feeling I became overwhelmed with was a feeling of responsibility because I had found something and done something in 90 days that so many people wish they could do that they didn't know they could do. I found something I knew that was going to make me wealthy, was going to make my family wealthy, was going to create generational wealth over time. And I got started quick. And I was like, there's so many people, especially people who look like me and you, who just don't know that this is even an option for them. I became overwhelmed with this responsibility to share this information with as many people as possible. And I didn't know how to do it. So I just said, I was never a big social media guy. I wasn't. And I was like, well, I don't know how to get this in front of other people other than just to put it on social media. And so I started an Instagram account and I just started sharing like pictures of what I was doing with little information here and there. Cause I was like, I don't know what else to do to get in front of people. So I started my social media journey out of a responsibility I felt to share this information of building wealth through real estate with as many people as possible.
Yes.
Right. And that's one of the takeaways I want to give to people as we start through this journey is you got to have a strong reason why you're putting this information out there. Because if you're
on Instagram.
Okay, cool. Right. On Instagram. Because if your reason is just I want to make some extra money off of Instagram, you're not gonna be able to do what it takes to actually help people and generate the leads you need. You're going to get overwhelmed with it. It's work. It's a job. And like you got to put in the work. Right. But if your heart's in the right place, like you truly want to help people with what you're doing, you truly want to help people either by educating them out of your experience, or you truly want to help people by sharing your journey because you don't have the experience. Right. That's what I tell you is new people share their journey. Experienced people educate. So you don't have to do this. You don't have to think like, man, I only done a deal or two. I don't know. I don't want to put nothing out there trying to tell people what they should be doing, what they should be doing. I don't have the track record yet, right? I don't want to be one of those people who's out here educating and they ain't really done nothing yet. That's the wrong lens to look at it through.
But let's hold tight before we get that. I feel like we're getting into some training now, Henry. Good Lord.
Sorry.
Whoo, y'all give us a thumbs up. That was some phenomenal information. I often like to say it is my solemn obligation to share this information with my community. Henry, what would you say?
But 100%. I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that once I closed on that deal, I thought to myself, holy crap, wait a minute. I didn't find this avenue and close this deal so that I could fix my financial situation. God helped me find this avenue so that I could fix my financial situation and then share that with others so that they can. It's not for me. I get to reap the benefits of it while I have it, but it's not for me to keep and hoard for myself. It's for me to share. You got to share it.
Man. I love it. I love that so much, brother, because I think people like you and I that look like us, I don't know why. Even when I go to Thanksgiving dinners and Christmas, you see somebody pull somebody to the side with da-da-da. I'm like, first of all, you broke telling somebody something, right? I'm like, rich people give it away. We were talking about Pace and Jamil. Yeah. They give you ask them fools, they tell you anything.
Anything. Anything.
So we're sharing information here. My thing is this stops with me because the people I get, I don't, I've
Yeah.
never, I didn't share a lot. I get a lot of hate emails. People are asking me why am I giving this away, and I'm like, that's because my people's at the bottom, man. So we're gonna raise us all up. So look, y'all, tonight I'm here with Henry Washington. We're gonna get into some Instagram training. Thank you so much for joining my Black Friday block party, right? So Henry's been doing this. He's got over 100,000. Y'all know I'm good on YouTube. I'm your boy. Holla at me. But when it come to IG, I'm Jurassic. So I'm right back there with I'm a dinosaur, right? So Henry's going to share this stuff, and we got some goodies for you at the end if you want to join us for some other stuff. Henry, so what? I'm gonna let you take it. You want to start with the slides, or you want to keep going in the story? I'm gonna follow you, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we can kind of pick up from where we left off, right? So I think there's a lot of I think people have a lot of imposter syndrome when it comes to Instagram, right? I think people feel like, man, I want to put something out there, but I only want to put out like some pictures or something,
I
right?
hear that a lot too.
You know, I don't want to put my face out there. I don't want to be one of those guys, right? I don't want to be one of those gurus. Or I don't want to be one of them people. And really that comes from a place of like, I don't want my friends and family to see what I'm doing because what if I fail, right? And
Mm,
then I fail publicly and it's out there, right? And that's the wrong mindset because you're operating from a scarcity mindset, right?
mm,
And the abundance mindset says it doesn't matter if I fail or if I succeed. If I'm sharing my journey, someone needs to see it. Because
mm.
if you're succeeding, there's somebody who resonates with you. They resonate with you, not with me. Like you are their people. And they're saying, well, if they can do it, I can do it. Or they say, hey, I've been following your journey. You shared this and you shared that situation where you lost some money. I was about to do the same thing. You don't know how that saved me,
Wow.
right? Like, so your failures are still helping you grow your audience, helping you reach people. Is that if you put out the message from a place of trying to help and are you share not just the wins, you don't want to just post the highlight reel, but you share your whole journey, the ups and the downs, everything
Good and bad.
that resonates with people. And that's what gets people to follow you. Right. And so, yeah, man, I'll jump into a little bit of the PowerPoint here. And
I'm glad you mentioned that because I hear so many people. Obviously, we do extremely well on YouTube, right? And
yeah,
I'm begging my people. I'm like, start a channel, start a channel, start. And they're like, I don't know what to say.
yeah,
Or I'm like, how can you? If you wake up in the morning every day, you got something to say. I mean, you brushing teeth. You're going. I mean, everyone
right,
has a story. You're going to either you're working somewhere. You know, I find it. I think you just got to be curious.
right. Let's see. I'm doing share screen. I haven't done this on. Here we go. There we go. Can y'all see? Can y'all see?
Not yet. You got to hit share twice. You got to hit it again.
Hit it again. I did.
You got to select the screen so I can bring it in.
I thought I did. Let me try it again. Present. Share screen.
Select the screen.
Share screen. Select the screen. Share the screen. All right.
That
Still
make it
nothing.
difficult. That's weird.
Let's see. Share slides from my computer. Oh, this wants me to upload a file. You don't see it?
Hit present. Let me see. Share screen.
Yup. Yup.
Select the screen and then share.
Select the screen. I did. Screen 2 and then share. Chrome has lost permission to capture your screen to fix it. Oh, system preferences. Unlock the screen by selecting unlock button. Oh, it's making me do something on my end. Unlock
All
the
right.
screen.
Aside Jamil, if you don't mind, which location were you? Which location? Maybe Arkansas. Are you asking about what the city is in or at Hampton U? I don't know which one you're talking about. So both of us, we are Hampton University alumni, y'all. I'm excited. I'm an ogre 8. And you are
Uh,
what? What are
uh,
you?
I'm. There we go. I don't remember which OFIO I was.
You had to be like 11 or something, or 12, man. Good gracious.
Yeah. It's
Oh man, I lost him. That's weird. Probably gonna make his computer restart. Round up. I hope you enjoy tonight's broadcast. I'm doing my best. I have things happen, So I hope you will enjoy and laugh with us. As I just had some turkey tonight. Tonight I have my Thanksgiving dinner. I'm gonna be making. Oh yeah, you guys 7-Up pound cake. That's gonna be tomorrow. I'm gonna be broadcasting. And what else? Tonight we had our Thanksgiving dinner. I'll be in Maryland. Listen, I'll be in Maryland from Thursday to Sunday. Okay, staying at the Gaylord right by the MGM Hotel. If anybody's around there, I would love to meet you. Do coffee, my favorite iced coffee right there at the National Harbor in Maryland, Virginia, right there. Anybody in the MGM area. So please hit me up. Send your boy a direct message. I would love to hang out with you if we have coffee or something in that area right there. I wasn't able to do a lunch and learn with Dan because I couldn't get Dan down, but we shall see if I get him soon. Here we go. Yo.
It restarted my stuff. So here we go.
I figured that.
Here we go. Let's see if we can get this.
We got a fellow dinosaur in the building. BL, what up?
Right.
I'm a dinosaur, man. I'm like this. Be proud of what you are, dog. If you can't change it.
Right.
I mean, I'm a dinosaur. I don't know. So that way you know where you are. You can go.
You can improve. You can improve.
And I want to stay with imposter syndrome. I want y'all to know that we have a huge following on YouTube, and I still, from this day, I still struggle. Like, man, am I really who I say I am? It's like if you just say who you are, then you don't got to never go back and clean up nothing.
Right. Y'all see the screen now?
There you go. Yep.
There we go.
Boom, boom, boom. All
right, man. So first and foremost, does anybody know why you need to be on social media? Why do you need it to be on social media? For me, it's not an option to not be.
Not option.
Right? So social media. Well, let's talk about that. What is social media? What would you say social media is, Chris?
Social media is a place for you to broadcast your life and create a digital footprint for the rest of the world to see when you're gone.
Absolutely, right? So that is what the social media platforms are telling you that social media is.
Gotcha.
Because that's what they're selling to you.
Yep.
But that is not what social media is.
All right. What is train us up?
Social media is a marketing tool. Social media is a place to capture eyeballs. Period. So that they can market to you products or services.
Just like the TV, just like the radio.
Like the TV, right?
Same thing.
Exactly. The TV, they made you think it's for your entertainment, but it's not. It's for them to capture eyeballs so they can sell you stuff. That's what social media is. The beauty of social media, what's different from social media than TV, is they'll allow you to play the same game. So in TV, you couldn't just whip up a TV show and then start selling products or services to your audience.
Nope.
But social media, they allow you to do that. They allow you to leverage your audience so that you can monetize that audience.
I love it.
And that has grown so much to the point that every business that's relevant is on social media because that's where the eyeballs are.
Attention.
The attention is there. People, the regular Joes, can now get the same amount of eyeballs that companies used to have to pay millions of dollars for to run ads. Millions of dollars for. I wish Instagram would let me share my analytics, but maybe we'll talk about that later. So
you can't put it up on your profile on the computer.
I don't think they let you get into the analytics.
Yeah.
So you think about what you're able to do. It's, if you look at my analytics over the past 90 days, I have reached, so my reach, which means the amount of people who have seen at least one of my posts. Take a guess.
We got 120,000 followers.
I got 100,000 followers. How many over the last 90 days? How many eyeballs have I captured?
Is that going to be under the kind of like the impression?
Mm-hmm.
How many impressions? I'm going to say you had over a couple million, I would say, man.
Almost 10 million. 10 million eyeballs. 10 million sets of eyeballs.
That's crazy, man.
Companies would pay millions of dollars to get in front
Company
of that
do
many
pay.
people. They do. They still do. You're right. To get in front of that many people. And so you have the power to be able to get in front of that many people just by either educating or sharing your journey.
I love
So
it.
you can, if you are experienced, that's awesome. You should be teaching. If you are inexperienced, that's awesome. You should be sharing your journey, right? You don't have to have experience to help people with what you're doing. You got to get that out of your head. You can share your journey because that will help somebody.
I'm so
So
glad you're saying that, man, because it's not an either or. People think,
it's
but
not
Chris,
an
you're
either
doing this,
or.
or Henry, you're doing that. There isn't. This is an and.
It's an and.
Double just okay, cool.
So you got to want to help people, and you got to have the presence. All right. So you're like, cool. I'm in. I'm gonna have my Instagram. What? How do I do it? Like, how do I get the followers? Right. Well, one of the best ways is you want to grow organically, right? Organically is meaning that's you're not going out here and you're not paying for somebody to give you a bunch of fake followers, a bunch of fake accounts that they created, and then they'll have all those accounts follow you. That's a good way to get your profile taken away.
Which doesn't work, by the way.
Which
I
does
had
not
friend,
work.
matter of fact, it hurts you because the people that is no engagement.
Does not work. The keys to organic growth are to talk to the beginners. So if you are experienced, you got to think back to what are the things that I learned early on that really helped me? Because as we get more experience, what happens is when you start posting on social media, you're posting to your level of experience. Well, most people aren't there yet, and they're not resonating with your content because they're not where you are yet. Most people are at the beginning stages of whatever journey that you're on. So most people on social are at the beginning stages of real estate investing, meaning they probably have done 0 to 5 deals, right? The majority of your audience will have done 0 to 5 deals. So you got to talk to them where they are, right? And so I've done a lot of videos, or I've even talked to my media manager when we'll be planning content on what we're going to talk about. And she'll say, you should do a video on this. And I'm like, everybody knows that. I don't want, like, why would I? They're going to be like, this is stupid. No, that's the exact video you need to do.
I love it.
That's the exact video you need to do. You need to talk to the beginners because they're going to resonate. You're going to say something that you know in your sleep. Everybody should know this. If you don't know this, you probably don't even need to be investing in real estate. That's the stuff that's going to resonate with people and going to start to build trust. So you got to talk to the beginners. And then this is the one that people struggle with. You said it earlier. Wealthy people give it away. You got to be willing to give away your best secrets. Give away your best secrets. What's the thing that you learned that really, really helped you? What's the thing that you learned that helped you snag that first deal? What's the little hack, brain hack, mindset hack? What's the hack that you learned that really helped you make some progress? You just got to give it away. But people, they get scarcity mindset and they think, well, I don't want to put this out there because then everybody's going to start doing this, and then I won't be able to do it. Right? Mm-hmm. People in my market are going to see what I'm doing, and then they're going to start doing it, and then I won't be able to make any money. That's nonsense.
Yep.
There's enough houses for everybody. Right?
More than
enough deals for everybody.
I always say to people, you can't buy them all. Not
you can't
okay
buy
if you
them
got
all.
$1 billion line of credit.
But what people don't realize about social media is most people, 95% of people will see your secret sauce and do absolutely nothing with it. They will take note. They will watch it and go, oh, snap, that was super dope. Share it with all their friends. They're going to be liking it. It's going to go viral. They're going to be like, yo, did you see this? You got to do this. So we're going to start doing this today. They'll never do nothing with it. But what it did was it made them trust you because you gave them something dope and you didn't ask them for no money for it. You gave them something actionable and you didn't ask them for any money for it. Mm-hmm. So now they're going to follow you. They're going to share your profile with their friends. They're going to be like, oh, you need to follow Henry. Henry's giving away the game. He's giving away the game. You got to follow Henry. His page is dope.
They
right?
respect that too,
They
don't they?
respect
They
it.
respect it when a
They
guy.
build the trust. But when they are ready to take action, once they finally there are ready to take action. So if you're just putting out gem after gem, great post after great post, you're building all this trust, then that same person will be like, you know what? I'm gonna jump into this thing. Henry's made me feel like I can do this, but I don't really want to go on my own. Then if you have a product or a service, they will be more willing to buy that product or service from you because you already gave them value for free. So I know if I pay for it, it's going to be dope, right? And so you're building trust. So you got to think of your social media page as a place where you want to be of service to people and you want to build trust. Every single post that you do should either educate or entertain.
I love it.
If it's not doing one of those two things, you're wasting it. Don't post it. It needs to educate or entertain. Those are the things that people share. No one shares a post that doesn't educate or entertain. Think of all the posts you shared today or yesterday with your friends and family. They were either super helpful or they were probably hilarious, right? Like they educated you or they entertained you. So that's what your content has to do. You keep that in mind through everything that you're creating, right? You also, this is one that's taken me a while that I'm still not perfect on. You got to pick a side, take a stand, right? If you want your content, if you want your page to grow organically, what we have to realize is that you have your own audience and people that are going to resonate with you. And if you ride the fence on different issues, whether they be life issues, political issues, real estate related issues, whatever the case may be, if you're riding the fence, you'll get some people that follow you, but they won't be diehards.
Mm-hmm.
Look at people like Trump. Like him or don't like him, he has people who love him.
Yeah, they do.
Because he picked a side. He's taken stances. He doesn't care what the people on the other side of that stance think. But what that does is it eliminates all the people who aren't really for you. Because if they're following you, but they aren't really about you, they're not going to buy a product or service or give you business or send you leads or anything anyway. You want the people who like, know, and trust you to follow you. Mm-hmm. And so be who you are. Take your stand. People are so scared to offend people about their opinions that they won't pick a side or take a stand. But if you're trying to build a page that's truly going to help people, you have to build a fan base who actually likes you and trusts you. And if you're riding the fence on things, you're not going to be the person they buy from. When they're ready to buy, to learn to do the thing that you're helping them do, they're going to go to somebody else who's more passionate. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And also, you don't want to overthink the social media stuff. I think too many times we overthink the content. We want to plan it out, do a little skit, right? Like, and then those are fun. Don't get me wrong, but they're work. And then you do one, you put all this time into it and you edit it and it's super dope. It took you 2 days to figure out what skit to do, and then it took you a couple hours to record it, and then it took you a couple of more hours to edit it so that it's just perfect. And then you launch it and you're like, this is about to go viral. And you get 3 views. Your mom looks at it, and like your sister-in-law and like your grandma who likes all your posts no matter what, right? Like those are the 3, right? And then what that does is it creates fatigue because you're like, man, I put everything into that. It was curated. It was perfect. It got the message across. I gave a bunch of game away for free in there. Like, and I didn't get return on my investment. So so they stop, right? You can't do that. You'll stop posting next week, right? Don't overthink your content. You don't need to create content if you're a real estate investor. If you're a real estate investor, you're already doing the content every day in your business. You just need to have a camera on you. Turn a camera on. I wish y'all could see this. I wish y'all could see. Look, I always have a phone recording what I'm doing right now. So I got a phone right here. It just sits here. I'm doing this live, but it's all content. Wow. I can repurpose this. I can take this same thing that I'm sitting here talking with y'all about, Chris about, and I can have somebody chop that up into 10, 15, 20, 30-second videos. They can pull the bits and the pieces, the nuggets at it that are the best, and those get posted as content. And so just sitting here talking to y'all for the past 20 minutes, I've probably created 10, 15, 20 pieces of content.
Wow, man.
Just from sitting here talking to y'all. So you don't have to overthink it. You just need a camera on. You're doing the thing people want to learn about. So when you're going to look at a property, have your spouse, significant other, business partner, assistant, whoever it is. If you got somebody with you, just have them hold the phone on you. That's it. Have them hold the phone on you. Have them hold the phone on the property. Take some videos of the property while you're there. Hold the phone on you. You can create a video and pop it on Instagram just like that. Now somebody's getting to see you actually walk through a property. It don't have to be you don't have to be this perfectly curated video, right? I have a piece of content where I was just sitting here doing this, like on a podcast, and I had my camera set up behind me and it just recorded me talking. And then we just did one of those things where you speed the video up and it's just me talking like this. Day in the life, right? It did well. People like it. People prefer content that doesn't look overly curated. Now, don't get me wrong. There is a time and a place for overly curated videos. YouTube is a place where you want to make sure your videos are on point, right? Instagram is different. They don't all have to be like that. Sometimes it's better that it's not, because when a video just looks like you turned the phone on, that's it, and you started talking to it and you drop some gems, not only do people get value, but they feel closer to you.
Right there.
It feels achievable to them because it wasn't like you had some $5,000 camera recording you with all these transitions and you had all these props and things, and they feel like I'm never going to be there. But if you just turn a camera on and you just start talking about something they can do, they feel like they can do it and they feel closer to you. It's going to create, you don't just want followers, y'all. You want followers who like, know, and trust you. Right? And so that's why the amount of followers isn't really important if they're organic followers. I'd rather have 10,000 followers where 90% of them are going to buy my product or service than 100,000 followers where less than 1% is going to do anything with me. Right? Like,
big difference.
All that makes sense?
Yeah, it's good stuff.
You're going to have to tell me when to shut up because I'll tell them everything. I'll give the whole game away. So,
well, we have 38 minutes, so I don't know how many slides you got. It's on you, brother.
So when you think about social media, here's the secret sauce, man. Here's the secret sauce on this slide. The top one is the secret sauce.
They don't want to hear that though, Henry.
The top one is the secret sauce.
You mean I got to do this forever?
You got to do the work and you got to keep doing it. That's the secret sauce. Because here's the thing. Right now, short form video is hot, right? Reels, TikToks, YouTube shorts, like 10,
Hold
15.
on. I got dinosaurs, Henry. What is short term, brother?
You're
talking high level.
Okay, my bad. So short form video. That's video that's less than a minute, right? Those are platforms are pushing those, right? You're getting more reach or growth because you do short form video than when you do long form video. Even on YouTube right now, YouTube shorts are getting pushed out there. Every platform has its version of short form video. And that's the thing right now. But who knows? Tomorrow, one of these platforms could release some new feature, and then that's the thing they want to push out there for people to use. And then short form video could be dead. You can't control the algorithm. The only thing you control is how much you're in your people's face. The only way to beat the algorithm is consistency. You got to post I tell my people, I want to be in my people's face every day, multiple times a day, every day. Consistency is what keeps you growing.
Where'd you get that mindset though, Henry? Because you're not born with that. And most of us entrepreneurs are like, especially real estate guys, as lazy as we are, passive income, I'm done.
Yeah. No, I got that mindset. Again, it goes back to why I'm on social media.
Gotcha.
I'm on social media because I have a responsibility to share this with people. And if I just stop posting because the algorithm's not pushing my stuff, then I don't fulfill my obligation to reach as many people as possible.
Got it.
And so I want to be in front of people every single day. Every single day. I got a message to get out there. So I'm doing my best to get it out there.
Got it.
So consistency beats all algorithms. You got to post daily. You got to plan to post daily. I got a bunch of ways that can help you do that. It's not as daunting a task as it seems. There's tons of tools out there that can help you plan your content. There's tons of tools out there that can help you figure out what topics to talk about. There's tons of tools out there that can help you figure out what types of content, what types of things to do in the videos that people are liking. Because not just short form video is king, but like when people are doing certain things in the video, they do better than others. Right now, you know what one of the most popular kinds of videos are? Videos where people are doing exactly what I'm doing right now, where they're giving some game in front of a microphone as if they're on a podcast. If you pulled back the curtain on a lot of these videos, it's just people talking on a microphone. They're really not talking to anybody. But the fact that you look like you're in this curated studio while you're talking gives people some sense of credibility in your video, and those videos are performing really well. And so because they're performing well, people are just setting up cameras and a microphone, it not even plugged in, right? Just so that they look like they're on a podcast or talking to somebody.
All right, y'all, give him a thumbs up for that one. That was some nice game right there, dog.
So if you want a video to perform, just turn a camera on and talk about something a beginner would want to hear. Put a microphone in front of you and
go.
Boom, content. Put it out there.
I love it.
So be consistent. You also, content doesn't always have to be your content. It is totally okay to repurpose content that you like from somebody else within your same niche. You want to stay in your same niche. You don't want to start posting, the video of the guy making turkey for Thanksgiving because it looked delicious to you, but you're a real estate investor, right? You want to, if it's in the same niche, it's okay to repost a video on your page. You just have to make sure you give credit to the original creator of that post.
Gotcha.
It actually helps them. You're helping them now get in front of your audience. So it helps them because you've expanded their reach, their amount of eyeballs that they're seeing. And it helps you because you're sharing something of value, right? I've shared plenty of valuable tips that weren't mine, but I'm co-signing them by putting them on my page, right? It's okay if it's not yours. Don't overthink your content. If you see some, you can, there are pages with millions of followers who all they do is post other people's stuff and give them credit.
True. That is true.
Right? People don't care whose it is. They care if it gives them education or entertainment. So don't overthink it.
What about both?
Or both. Absolutely. Both is the sweet spot. If I can teach you something good and make you laugh, that thing's going to go nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I did a video where I talked about how new real estate investors always forget that real estate investing is more than just buying a property. That maintenance will hit you in the face, right? And it was like the background music was a Ludacris song, the back again, right? And so it was hilarious, but it was educational. It was because in the comments, I was in the caption, I was telling people exactly what to look for as far as maintenance, how much you should budget for maintenance for your properties. So great information for new investors, but it's also funny. It's a piece of content that always did well.
Gotcha.
I'm not going to give you all the game on this slide. We'll talk through it again.
Yeah, we're going to give them some goodies in a minute so they can hang out with you a little longer.
I got so much, dude. I could do this. Like, this is scratching the surface. I could dive so much further into each one of these posts. I could give you the exact tools you need to be using, how to plan out your content, what types of content do the best, right? I just don't want to overwhelm people right up front.
Nah, let's just give them the high level stuff of what.
Right.
Let's give them more of the what. Like, what is a real what? The people, I'm telling you, man, they don't even know what a story is. What?
Yeah, man.
Go ahead.
So when you're on Instagram, Instagram's broken up into 3 different kinds of content, right? So you have pictures, you have reels, and you have stories. So a picture is just a still picture, right? So you can screenshot something, post it as a picture. You can take a picture, post it as a picture. There's no video. It's just a picture. They used to do short form. They used to do videos and reels. They got rid of that. All videos are reels now on Instagram, and reels are their version of TikTok, right? Like it's a TikTok video, reel, one and the same.
Okay.
So all videos on Instagram are now reels.
Oh, okay. I'm glad.
And you get a boost. If you want to reach more new people, you will reach more new people by doing reels than you will by doing videos. But you will by doing pictures. They are not pushing pictures out to new people. So what happens is when you post on Instagram, they pop it out there to a small percentage of your followers. And then they're looking to see, do they like it? Do they comment on it? Do they share it? The more they like, comment, and share it, the more they like, comment, and share it, the more they're going to show it to more new people. So if it's a picture post, the percentage of people they put that in front of is smaller than if it's a reel, because they're pushing reels. They want more people to do reels than they do pictures.
Gotcha.
And so you're getting a bonus for doing reels. They're going to show it to more people, right? And so if you're trying to grow your following, doing more reels than pictures is a good idea. I don't suggest only doing reels, though. You do want to mix it up, right? Because you want your audience to be able to get multiple forms of content from you so that they're not bored with your content, right?
So what about my dinosaurs, Henry, that are nervous? They're like, I don't even know how to start. Not necessarily operate the phone, but I'm like, they're nervous about the direction of the camera and stuff. Is it have to be, there's so much in their mind.
Yeah, no, you don't think about it. You just want to turn the camera on. Use the front facing camera. Most phones have a phenomenal front facing camera. You don't have to try to angle it and guess what you look like using the good camera on the back. Just use the camera on the front. Hold your phone vertically, because that's what reels are going to take. So you don't want to hold it. You don't want to hold it like this.
That's right? YouTube right there.
You want to hold it like this. Yeah. Right. And you just want to record yourself. You can get a stand. I got one sitting right here. You can get yourself a little stand, put the phone in your stand, set it up, turn on record, and just brainstorm some stuff. So what I did when I first, in my phone, I have a note in my phone that just says reels ideas. Because throughout the day, I'll see something or I'll hear something or somebody will say something. I'll be like, oh, I'm going to talk about that on a reel. And I'll just write it down. Write it down in my notes. Write it down in your notes. So every time you have an idea, just write those ideas down in your notes. Because what's going to happen is you're going to be like, all right, this hour, I'm going to talk to the camera and make content. And then you're going to be like, you're going to go blank, right? We all do that. So just start writing down ideas. Write down ideas of what other people are doing. Write down ideas like you follow people. What are they doing that you like? You can create a similar type video. You can talk about a similar type subject. If you hear something that you like, if you hear something you think is valuable, if you see something that's trending, just write that idea down. Write that idea down in your notepad, and then set up some time once a week where you just turn your phone on and you start talking. And don't stop. I think what people think is they want to be one take Drake, right? Or Jay-Z. They want to just spit it out, no mistakes, right? And then it's got to be perfect. Don't do that. Just start talking. And if you screw up, stop. Pause for a second and then start again and keep going. Don't stop the recording. Just you stop. So what you're doing when you do that is you're creating blank space so that when you go to edit the video later, you've got blank space in between where you screwed up. So it makes it easy to cut it and cut things out.
Oh, that's a sweet hack right there.
Right. So just start talking. Don't stop the video. Talk about your subjects, and then you can piece it together later. I'm gonna give you. Can I give him one free tool?
Yeah, man.
Can I give him one? All right. Here's a free tool. Download InShot. InShot. They got a free version and a paid version. You can use the free version. The free version is just going to have a watermark at the bottom of your video. I got 100,000 followers. I still use the free version. Right?
Okay.
So it's a great tool that you can use to upload your video. So after you've recorded your video, you can just use that and edit your video, and it'll automatically put it in the right. You can select the right length, for a reel, so it'll put it in the right size. You can edit your video easily on your phone for free, and you can post it.
Got to have that. That's a mandatory app.
InShot.
Isn't it weird how apps change?
Man, in
That's
the shop.
cool.
Yeah, man. So you just turn the camera on. Don't go spend some money on no, $2,000 camera. So you don't need that. You just need your phone. I don't care what kind of phone you got. Turn your camera on. You just want to put information out there. If you're still over and you got to show your face, y'all. I know a lot of people struggle with that. I did. My page didn't start taking off until I started showing my face. We are the only ones that care what we look like on camera. Nobody else cares.
They don't care.
You got to build trust, and people associate trust with seeing your face.
I don't like my voice. I don't like my this. I don't like that.
Right. I got mad at my wife the first time I started doing videos consistently because I was like, "Hey, man, you ain't telling me I had a lisp. Like, when did I get a lisp? I'm out here sounding real silly.
You didn't even know.
Silly on the internet, and you knew I had this lisp." And so I was self-conscious about it, but now you just let it go, man. People don't care. They just want value. They just want value.
People are really loving this, man. Need this, Karen. Good stuff. Game. Look at this, Philip Stone investors. I'm telling y'all, man, I can read y'all's minds, right? Because I am you. Right. I'm looking at Instagram like, Chris, you got YouTube, man, but you suck at Instagram.
Yeah. You just got to turn the camera on. Don't overthink it. Literally, don't overthink it. Don't over edit it. Don't over curate it. You know what's crazy? Is sometimes people like me will leave a mistake in the video, or we'll misspell something in the caption, or misspell something in the wording on the video. You know why we do that?
Make you more human.
Well, yeah, you know what? That's a good point. That does help that, but that's not why.
Why?
Because all engagement is good engagement to the algorithm.
Oh, Lord.
And remember, they're going to test your video. They're going to put it out there to a small subset. And then if people start liking and commenting on it and sharing it, then they're going to show it to more people. And the keyboard, the grammar police hate a spelling mistake. So they'll tell you, "Oh, you misspelled this," and you'll get just 100 comments. "Oh, you misspelled this," but it's making your post go crazy because it's pushing it out to more people, right? And getting it in front of more people. And the gist of the post still gives people value. And so people are watching it and they're like, "Yo, this is good stuff." I mean, he did misspell that word, but this is good stuff, right? Like, so all engagement is still good for your post. It's good engagement. Now, I'm not saying go look like an idiot by misspelling stuff all the time. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I say that to make the point that engagement is engagement. Sometimes people do that. I follow a guy. Everybody probably knows him. He's the guy that says, "Here's a cool website you probably didn't know about," right? And he always shares like super cool websites that are, people aren't that popular. And one time he said, "Here's a cool website you probably didn't know about," and he said, basically he had on the screen as he was doing his screen share to go to the website on his desktop, you could see a picture of a character from Star Wars. And he had above it that it was a Star Trek. He said Star Trek, right? And so like he knew the difference between Star Wars and Star Trek, but he also knew that the people in both of those camps would go, "Oh, you screwed this up," right? And you could just see the comments, all the engagement, right? His video's going viral because of something that had nothing to do with the content, right? But he did that on purpose, right? He's getting that content. So all engagement is good engagement from an eyeballs perspective. Just make sure that your content is educational or entertaining.
That's cool. Sounds like the old adage from the music business: all media is good media. Like
that's right.
A rapper went to jail, or he got something happened to him. It was good.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
So let's real quick. We've been on here for 50 minutes. Let's tell them about your workshop, and then if you got any more slides you want to bring up, Henry, I'm up to you, man. I just don't want to lose people because attention spans are getting full of turkey and sweet potato pie, pumpkin pie, whichever one you're eating. I don't know.
Yeah, man. So I'm going to be doing a 3-hour deep dive workshop into how to have a successful Instagram page, how to grow your following, but not just how to grow them so that you can generate leads for your business. Whether you want to generate leads because you want to sell a product or a service to them, or whether you want to generate leads because you want to get real estate deals. whether you want to generate leads because you want to get real estate listings because you're an agent, right? These methods that we're going to teach, I'm not only going to teach you the methods. So we talked a lot of high level about what you should be doing to grow your page. And you can take these tips that I just shared with you, you can put them into action today and they're going to help you. But I got so much more detail. I'm not only going to tell you like post should educate or entertain, but I'm going to tell you what types of posts do the best, what types of posts to use in certain situation, what types of posts, what types of calls to action to use at the end of your, because you want to do a video and you want to tell people what you want them to do, but you can also turn your audience off with the wrong call to action. So you want to make sure that you have the right calls to action so that you're showing people what you want them to do, telling people what you want them to do, how they can learn more from you. So we're going to dive into the types of content. We're going to dive into the different tools. I've accumulated so many tools that really help make this easy for me so that I'm not spending hours and hours and hours planning out content. There's tools. I literally can go, you know what? I want to find out what people who are into real estate investing are looking for on social media. And I'll go to this tool. I'll go to this tool. I'll type it up. I'll tell you what I'm looking for. And it'll tell me, here's the information people are looking for. Here's the types of headlines that they're clicking on. And I'm able to then look through all that, figure out something that I want to talk about based on what people are looking at. And then I can get the headlines as well, because I'm going to teach you how to have the good headlines so that people want to watch your videos. Because a true tip is, since videos do well, you know this from the YouTube world, you got to capture people's attention when?
Again, right there, quickly.
First 10 seconds, right? Same thing on Instagram. The first 5 seconds, you got to capture somebody's attention. You got to give them a reason to stick around. So you want to have good headlines. You want to have good copy in your headlines so people, A, will click on it, and B, will stick around. And so there's tools that I use to help me figure out what that is. I'm not trying to sit here and be some super Instagram, I just know what people want. It's not that. It's being able to educate or entertain, but using analytics to know how to get people to click on your video and then to stay. Because you do get a bonus for the length of time people watch your video.
Average view duration is huge.
Same thing on Instagram. Same thing on Instagram. We're going to tell you, right? And on Instagram, there can be some hacks. So we're going to tell you some hacks to get better view duration, right? We're going to tell you some hacks to get better, you get also replays. You get bonuses for replays. So we're going to tell you some hacks that are going to get people to watch your video more than once.
Sweet.
Man, I got so much for people. I'm going to give you a bunch of free strategies that are going to help you implement and grow your following. And then there's some paid strategies, right? It's just like with real estate. You can get some free leads, right? Or you can get some paid leads. Both are going to help you grow, but I'm going to tell you what makes sense to spend money on and what doesn't. And I'm going to help you avoid the traps that are out there, because there's going to be people reaching out to you all the time saying, hey, give me $500 and we're going to do this for you and it's going to grow your engagement. I'm going to tell you which ones of those things make sense and which ones of those things you have to avoid to maintain your credibility as a page, because it's coming. People are going to be asking you, I can help you, and you're not going to know who can really help you and who can't. It makes sense sometimes, right? And I'm going to tell you how to go. I'm going to tell you what pages within the real estate niche you should be looking at to collaborate with. Man, I got so much for people. Man,
listen, let's go to invitation. So look, y'all, Henry's doing this thing. I literally asked him to put this together for y'all, because I know I'm a dinosaur, and I see when he's done the guys in real estate, very rare do you see a guy that does real estate and they understand they've mastered Instagram. So in the video description below, you're going to get a link right there, and it's going to be, this is my Black Friday. We're getting close to the end. My Black Friday block party special for you. It's going to be nothing but a tank of gas. You want to hang out with Henry. I'm going to be there because I want to learn from the man too, how he did this IG. I got YouTube, but I think Instagram, I know Instagram is where more eyeballs are quickly too. There's short content. So that link's in the video description, guys. To get signed up, do not wait. If you wait to do it, you're going to be full of turkey in the next couple of days. You're going to forget it. Then Sunday's going to come and the price is going to be 3 times as much. So if you get in now, it's just going to cost you a tank of gas. That's all. You get to hang out with Henry for a full day, 3 hours. He's probably going to go over. I see his teaching style. He's extremely detailed.
Yeah, I am known for going over, but I'm also known for, I want you to get something out of this that you're going to put to work so that you're going to generate some business, and this will more than pay for itself. If you put this to work, right? This is income generating activities, right? This isn't just, I want you to grow some followers so you can be cool, right? And say, look, I got 10,000 followers. Nah, this ain't about that.
That's irrelevant.
This is generating income through the power of social media. Everybody else is making money on it. You should be too, and it's not nearly as complicated as you think.
That's what I keep telling people. I'm like, I'm on the thing making money. What are you on it for? I mean,
right.
You want the thing, want to play? I'm like, come on, what are we doing here, right? So that's why I want my round up homies to be like, if you're on it, because you're going to be on it.
Yeah.
Yep. You're going to be on it, period. Why not make some freaking money, right? So that's my philosophy. And I think my roundup homies are feeling the same. I know they are, because I am you, right? I know what y'all thinking, man. Thank you, Henry. This is an awesome training tonight, man.
Oh, you're welcome, man. You're welcome, man. Barely scratching the surface, man. But I hope that you guys got some value from this. But I'm telling you, you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. You about to make you some money.
Okay. We got some Q&A. You got time for Q&A?
Yeah, let's do it.
So somebody, look at this. Somebody teach me how to use Instagram. There you go, man. I'm telling you, I know what y'all looking for. I already know. Best ways to start. Please share tips. I think he kind of got into some of that earlier. Assad Jamil wants to know, where did you start? I guess.
Yeah, so my first Instagram post were really, I was sharing before and after pictures of properties that I had worked on or was working on, because I wanted people to see that a guy who didn't know anything about construction was able to get properties renovated, right? And then I would talk a little bit about how we were doing it in the comments in the descriptions. So that was one way I started. But in all honesty, you don't got to start like that. In all honesty, you just need to turn the camera on and like, here, think of this. Sit down and think about, what's the one thing that I know now that I wish I knew before I started? That I wish I knew, that kicked me in the butt when I got started. Or the one thing I know now that if I'd have done that from day one, I'd have way more money right now, right? Everybody has that one thing that they're like, oh, if I'd have known that before I did this, I'd have been good. What's that one thing? Turn the camera on and say that. That's it.
Let me ask you, Henry. My mentor says, Chris, it's gotta hurt when you give it away. Is that something that
he tells you that it should hurt? It should hurt you to give it away?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's how you know it's good. Right? If you're like, I want to get out of the way, dog. I want to get. That's how you know it's good. That's how you know it's going to help somebody. Yes. That's the one. That's exactly the one you should give away.
There you go.
So that's one place you can start right now. Think of one thing that's like, man, if I'd have known that before I got started, if I'd have known that before I bought that house, if I'd have known about checking for plumbing issues before I bought a property, if I'd have known that hiring a contractor was going to be as hard as it was before I got started, I would have did this different. Like whatever that one thing is that you're like, if I'd have did this, just turn the camera on and say that. And just say that. It's like, here's the one thing I wish I knew before I did X. And then just go in there and say that thing. Yeah. Boom, piece of content. Put it out there.
Yeah, I got that, man. And I like the fact that you said one. I love just the power, because people say, I want to have 100 doors and I want to have apartment buildings. And I'm like, you still renting. Right. Let's get one first.
Right. Good question.
That was a good question. Yeah, that was a fellow dinosaur. What's going on, BL? Best way to start. This is some good stuff. Round up. If you're just joining us, we are here with Henry Washington. We are going over Instagram mastery, and we're just opening up on the Black Friday block party special. Right now, it's going to cost you a tank of gas. Y'all know how we get down. Instagram mastery virtual workshop. He's going to teach an all-day thing where he's going to be sharing his tips and tactics to get him to over 100,000 followers on Instagram. And I'm going to be there learning too. So thank you for that, brother. How does Talix? How does the compensation look for doing reels on Instagram?
Yeah. So Instagram does pay you for reels. They pay some people for reels. It's still in test mode. I don't actually get paid for reels. Like Instagram doesn't pay me,
Mm,
right? It's not about what you make on Instagram. It's about the leads you generate for your business
there
that
you
pay
go.
you somewhere else.
There you go.
So I have made hundreds of thousands of dollars in the last 2 to 3 years since I started actually monetizing or having a product or a service to
Sweet.
sell to my followers.
There you go.
Multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? But real Instagram itself doesn't pay me. If they did, that's fine, but
Irrelevant.
it's
Irrelevant.
irrelevant. Exactly.
Henry, what about my roundup homies that think they have to have a product themselves? Because a lot of people are like, well, you got products and all that stuff. What can you give them?
Yeah, you don't have to have a product. If you are a real estate investor, what you want to do is generate leads, right?
Mhm.
So I teach my students how to generate leads on Instagram so that
I
they can
love it.
start buying property. So there's ways to create content that's going to help bring you leads so you can buy those deals.
Oh
There's
man.
things, if you're an agent, we can help you generate leads so you can get some listings, right? If you don't have a product or a service, then what you want to be doing is building the trust, sharing your journey and building the trust by putting the content out there for people. And then, boom, you hit them with a product or a service later down the line. And because you built up that trust, then they'll buy from you.
Trust.
And man,
Keep it
and
going. Yeah.
I could teach you what product you should put out there. Did you know that? Like I've leveraged like I have a couple of products. You know how I figured out what product I should put out there? Is I said, hey, I'm going to do a pre-sale for a course, and I have a couple of course ideas, so I'll do a pre-sale for a couple of courses. And if people start pre-buying that course, I know I need to go create it.
Mm,
And if they don't, then I know that's not what I need to do.
gotcha.
So that's how I have the courses that I have. Is I put it out there to see if it's something that people wanted, and if they did, that's the course I go make.
Got it. I often say real entrepreneurs make money before the product even exists.
Facts.
Real entrepreneurs, I want y'all to hear me now. We make money, we get paid before the product even exists. I know this may be high level for some people, man, but I'm like, here's the thing, Henry, we want to pull them over, right?
That's right. That's right.
I never forget when Dan Kennedy told me that. I'm like, okay, when I write the check, you got to show
Right.
me that one, dog.
Right.
I need to connect. Rounder, get your questions in, please. Oh yeah, he wants to know how you who raised you. Wants to know how do you like CapCut, Henry?
CapCut's a good tool. I don't use it very much. I think I have it on my phone. I might have used it once.
What is CapCut and what are we doing here?
It's
Come
an
on,
edit.
dog.
It's a video editing tool, right? And so for lack of a better term, right, Instagram has capabilities within its platform for you to create these reels. But some of the capabilities that people want, Instagram didn't give you the features to do it. And so there's these third-party tools like CapCut, where you can edit your videos and add cool transitions and all of these other ways to make your video stand out and pop and be cool. Instagram has now started to add some more of those features to their own platform, like different transitions and things like that. But CapCut's a cool tool. Like when you see people who are doing videos and it looks like, it's three of them in the same video, they're layering themselves in. Like CapCut's a tool where you can do stuff like that. It's a great tool.
Karen is signing up. We appreciate your support, my friend. Thank you,
Yeah,
Karen.
let's go, Karen.
That's gonna be cool. Angela, a nice book there. One of our channel members here, Vincent. Will this also work for YouTube? Not familiar with IG, but I like the concept.
Yeah. So the answer is yes, because YouTube has a version of short form video, just
Sure.
like
Yep.
Instagram. And so the things that I'm teaching you that work on Instagram will also work on
Right
YouTube
over.
Shorts.
I hate saying this, but I'm not gonna say this anymore after today. Unfortunately, YouTube is pushing vertical, right? I
Yep.
have to just change my mind to say, I don't care what the hell they're pushing. I just got to be there.
Right. That's right.
Right. Vincent, thank you, brother. Hood Handyman, how long will this last? We got the special. You get the Black Friday special. Will be good to Sunday at midnight, my brother. Thank you for supporting. Jimmy is there. Thanks for. Oh wow, Jimmy, this dude's he's a beast. He's got some good stuff too. He's an appraiser up in
Yeah.
Michigan.
Yeah, man. Let's go, Jimmy.
Edith, you're welcome. Getting tools in place. I think this will help. I think so too, brother. I think so too. Jimmy wants to know. Jimmy talks real estate. Are you building a mailing list from Instagram? Henry,
Absolutely. And we're going to talk about that too.
stay there. Give him a little bit on that, Jimmy, because some people may not comprehend.
Yeah. So building a mailing list is essentially what he's saying is, are you capturing people's name, address, phone number, email address from Instagram? And we have several ways that we do that. Instagram itself will not allow you to just say, they're not going to give you people's name, email,
They
but
want to keep them there. Yeah,
they want to
you
keep
take.
them there. But we have ways that we provide value to people by giving them something, and they get in exchange for that something, they give you their contact information, and then we build our email list in a third party tool, and then we can market to them via email. Absolutely.
There you go. There you go. That's a good question, Jimmy. So yeah, just in case, God forbid or heaven forbid, that Instagram
Mm-hmm.
go poof, which probably won't, but they can have their challenges. You will definitely want to do that. That's an excellent question. Karen, where do I get content if I'm just starting out?
Yeah. There's tons of ways. We're going to talk about that in the masterclass. There's websites you can go to that will tell you, like, there's websites have aggregated data from YouTube, from TikTok, from Instagram, and you can literally type in there what your niche is, and it will tell you exactly what people in your niche are looking at. What are the things that they're spending their time looking at? What are the things that are trending in that niche? And so you can use that to guide what you talk about. So you're talking about the things that are relevant to your niche. That's going to help you build trust.
Sweet, sweet. Round up, get your questions in very quickly, and we've a few more moments, and Henry's going to get out of here. But we're just opening up our Instagram mastery workshop. You're going to be able to hang out with Henry for one day. He's going to teach you all this IG stuff, reels, posts, regular videos versus images. How do they work? Because I have no idea too. So get signed up. One tank of gas, guys. This is my Black Friday special to you, for you, because we love you. Who raised you
No,
wants to know, can you only sell from a business account on IG, Henry?
no. You can sell a product or a service from any kind of account.
Got it. Good question. Angela Jefferson. Hey, nice family there. Is this information good for e-commerce, Henry?
Absolutely. 100%. Yes. If you have customers, this is good for you. If you want to have customers, this is good for you. If you have somebody that you need to buy your product or service, take part of your, product or service in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you need to be here.
Sweet. That's it, man. Oh, after purchase. Vincent, after purchase, when is the training? Oh, the training is what is it? November 29th. I'm sorry, y'all. It's in the video description below. November 29th. Just click on that link and it'll be there. November 29th. I'm sorry about that. November 29th. Karen, can she have multiple IG accounts, Henry?
The answer is yes, you can, but we need to talk about if it makes sense. So that's going to be a pretty specific question.
Good. Okay. So November 29th, sorry about that, 12 to 3, you get Henry on there all day. He's going to be teaching you this stuff. Henry, final thoughts for my roundup homies that just help them get over the hump mentally.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to get out of your own head. You've got to get out of imposter syndrome, right? And so for me, what I tell people is,
do you have that, by the way, Henry? Does it affect you at all? Because
imposter syndrome?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotcha.
Absolutely. You've got to get out of your own way. And so for me, it's, I know why I'm on social media. Right?
Why?
I feel I have a responsibility. So I have a why I'm on social media. My why is the responsibility to share this information with as many people as possible. And so I had to stop letting my fear of what other people may think about what I'm doing stop me from putting my face out there, putting my message out there. That's real for people. So I would tell you, like, you're thinking to yourself, nobody wants to hear what you got to say. Nobody wants to buy anything from you. Nobody wants to, like, I'm just a little guy, I'm just
I
getting
heard that a
started.
lot. I heard that a
No,
lot.
nobody cares what I got to put out there. When I tell you, y'all, when I did my first course, when I created my first course, I rewrote chapter 1 maybe 5 times. Because
Oh
every
my
time I
lord.
would get the chapter down, I would just look and go, man, don't, like, this stuff's already out there. Somebody else, like, nobody wants to hear this from me. Like, there's people out there with 500,000 followers that said, like, they don't want to hear this from me. Like, that's not good. They don't. And I just kept deleting it. And then I just had to put it out. And then once I put it out and I saw that people were buying it, you have to remember, this isn't about you getting millions of people to buy from you or to work with you. This is about getting a small subset of people who like, know, and trust you.
Mhm.
Your audience is going to buy from you because they like you, not because they think you have the greatest thing since sliced bread, right?
Personal. Personal.
It's personal.
Yeah.
You have someone out there waiting to hear from you.
Wait, man. I
Your
love it.
journey is meant to change someone's life. And if you don't put it out there, then you're doing them a disservice.
I
So you
love
got
it,
to
man.
put your own feelings aside about your fears about putting your message out there. You're on this YouTube right now because you're supposed to be here. That's somebody telling you that someone needs to hear your message.
Oh wow.
And if you don't put it out there, you're doing them a disservice.
You're actually hurting them.
It's not about you, it's about them.
None of me, all of them.
Facts.
So it's so weird you mentioned that imposter, man. So we're building like 4,000 square foot home right now, right? No, whatever. I'm not saying this.
Yeah.
I did a video a couple weeks ago. I'm walking through it, right? Henry, in my opinion, this massive house. All I could think about was my mentor's 22,000 square foot house the entire time I'm walking through it. I'm like, Chris, you living in a shack. I'm just like, this is the video that's in my mind. I'm like,
Yeah.
we all have it. I'm walking through this thing. He says, Chris, here's my 20. I walked through his house. He did a video, right? It's
Yeah.
huge. I'm walking through my joint. I'm like, man, I ain't got nothing.
Right.
So we all suffer from this, y'all, including me. And we're, both of us have some of what level of success with social media. I suffer from imposter syndrome, y'all, heavily. So don't
Right.
think that you're alone. We all have the same issues.
That's right. Somebody needs to hear from you. So you got to put yourself out there. Like, I'm telling you that you'll start down this journey and somebody's going to send you a message and say, I didn't think this was for me.
Mm,
And then I saw you do it and it changed my life.
wow,
That happens to me all the time. It will happen to you. And that's how you know you're right where you're supposed to be, doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, but you got to get over yourself to get there.
that's cool. Hood Handyman said we make HU look good.
That's
Oh,
right. That's right.
that's what we do. All right, y'all, get registered up. The link is in the video description. November 29th. It's next Tuesday, right? We're putting this whole thing together for you. This man is taking time out of his life to do this. He didn't even know if anybody's going to even join it. I asked him to do it. He's like, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's do it. I may ask you, Henry, do you, in your mind, do you do things because they need to be done? I'm going to go, would you, what's your major motivator?
Oh man, no, I do things because they're supposed to be done.
Supposed to be done.
I have, like, I'm a believer in God. Like,
I don't believe you.
I try to, my footsteps are in the direction of where I feel like he's pointing me.
Mhm.
And that means I'm going to get uncomfortable a lot of the times, and I'm going to do things that maybe I'm not comfortable doing, but I feel like I'm supposed to do them.
Mhm.
Right. And so I just try to listen and be obedient and help people. And so I do things because, to me, they're supposed to be done, because
Supposed to be done.
I got a purpose.
I love it. I love it. All right, y'all, take a second and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you take like my little prop. I love props, man. I'm big on props. It's my
I love it.
song. So share the stuff to other people that need to understand this. We're gonna send you a Zoom link. We're trying to figure all that. If you don't get the link, we'll email it to you tomorrow or next day. And if you need the recording so you can come back and study this stuff, all this discount goes away Sunday. So get in now. Don't think about it. For me, the more I think, I don't do nothing.
Right.
Think about it. I'm like, then the week goes by. I'm like, darn, I missed the training.
Right.
So get started, get signed up, and we will look forward to seeing you November 29th. All right, Brother Henry. Good seeing you, my friend.
Thank you, my man.
All right, round up. Peace.